Hi folks, Edison Toza, also known as Def Noodles, and today we're going to be talking about something you've probably seen me discuss over the last few days on this channel. A few days ago, I did a debate at the Digital Social Hour with Sean Kelly in Las Vegas, and this ended up becoming an international incident of sorts, with a minister from Israel, Ben Gvir, even discussing it and showing support for the man that I was debating, Yosef Haddad. Now, I did a previous video where I broke down the interaction that happened after my debate with Mr. Haddad, and you can watch that later. Today, we're going to focus specifically on highlights from the debate itself and some of the horrid war criminal admissions Haddad made, not just with me, but with several other people throughout this entire debate. Because as I explained in my previous video, Haddad didn't come there to debate. He's a former IDF commander, currently a propagandist, who came to the United States with a narrative he wanted to push, and I realized very quickly that he had absolutely no interest in actually discussing the topic or diverting from his script. So I started asking him questions about his experience in the IDF, and he made numerous horrendous admissions, some that, in my opinion, should put him behind bars if we have any semblance of a war criminal court in the world. And look, just being absolutely honest here, never in my entire life did I expect to be sitting across from such a disgusting individual, much less shaking his hand, which is what we did at the beginning and at the end of the debate, that second fateful handshake going viral. So all that being said, we're going to look at a few specific clips from my exchange with him, as well as questions other people asked him that further add context to his experience in the IDF and the war crimes that he appears to have committed on behalf of the state of Israel. Anyway, folks, let's dive right in. Here's the first clip. Just remember that this is who the IDF is actively giving guns to go kill children.
Great.
That's literally what you're doing. Did you kill children?
No.
Did you kill a single child?
I actually didn't.
You didn't?
No.
You didn't. Are you sure about that? I don't know if I believe it, because you can't even explain your own claim.
Great. Now,
how many people did you kill?
Okay. Now,
how many people did you kill?
Zero.
Why can't you?
Actually,
zero? You served in the military and you killed zero people?
That's the idea.
Where did you serve? What were you?
I actually served.
Where did you serve?
In Gaza.
What did you? No. What was your role? What was your role?
A commander and
a commander.
And I didn't kill.
So who did you command to kill? How many people did you command to get killed?
I'm happy that.
Did you ever command for a bomb to be dropped? Did you ever command for a bomb to be dropped?
All right. Yes. Actually,
yes. So you killed people. So you just lied. Again, I just caught him in a lie. He just lied. Where did you command for bombs to be dropped?
All right. So
where did you command for bombs to be dropped? Where did you command for bombs to be dropped? Where did you command? Why do you not want to answer this? Did you ever command for a bomb to be dropped in a school?
Did you actually support terrorism?
Did you ever command for a bomb to be dropped in a school?
On your face in order for me to see your eyes.
Now you got to attack me, my appearance?
You've been attacking me for 2 hours, bro.
I'm asking you. This is relevant.
You
served in the military. You were calling them the most moral military ever.
You can't answer me. What is a Palestinian?
So here's the thing.
What is a Palestinian?
The reason why he doesn't want to answer my question is because this guy literally bombed a school, and he won't deny it. Deny that you bombed a school.
I personally, in my command 20 years ago, did not. But
you personally, you hear what he said? He personally did not. He had somebody else do it.
Hold on. Oh, you hear what he said? He said
my God!
I personally claimed to do it.
This guy's a genocidal freak.
This guy is a genocidal freak.
You should be investigated.
What else?
You should be investigated.
Great. Now,
I'm gonna send your name to Zara Mamdani.
So my name is Yoseph and then H-A.
So as you can see from that exchange, folks, number one, he lied. He initially did not want to admit that he had killed people in the IDF. Imagine that. This is somebody who served in an active war zone. And honestly, I didn't know this at the time. Actually, he had part of his leg or foot blown off or suffered some kind of injury like that as a result of being in a war zone. And yet, at first, he wanted me to believe that he never killed anybody and never participated in the killing of anybody. Obviously, he was lying, and that's why he ended up admitting to it shortly afterward. You saw it right here. I asked him, how can you be a commander and not have killed anybody? And he said, essentially, well, I didn't kill anybody directly. So he confessed to dropping bombs, killing people by dropping bombs, and then he can't directly deny that he ordered bombs to be dropped on schools or civilian areas. Now, need I remind you, folks, that this is by far one of the most egregious, disgusting things that I have ever heard from anybody that I've ever debated. And look, some additional context. The podcast has actually been re-edited. The order of the speakers has been shuffled around to have me coming in second here, but I actually went up toward the end. This entire day was about 3 hours of debating, and the people who went before me repeatedly questioned Yosef about the morality of bombing civilian areas and bombing schools. He spent quite a lot of time trying to convince everybody that Israel was moral for bombing schools. And we're going to look at one instance where he's defending Israel bombing children. But just keep this in mind. This is who this guy is. He's a former IDF commander who basically tacitly admitted to murdering children as part of his job, to ordering bomb strikes on children. Absolutely disgusting.
These low-level Hamas operatives go home, they kill the whole family.
Those low-level operatives of Hamas are the ones who killed. So with all due respect,
I'm not,
you can't tell an Israeli.
But the Israelis are killing
low-level Israelis never targeted a kid. Never, ever. Ever. We did not target kids.
When you target a low-level Hamas operative when they go home to their families, you are targeting children.
When you target when you're targeting a terrorist.
But you are targeting their children too. When they get home to their children and you bomb their home, it doesn't matter.
A terrorist is a terrorist.
Welcome to the Middle East. That's crazy.
Exactly.
These are babies.
Wait, hold on.
1,000 infants, 5,000 toddlers.
And your blame is in Israel, not Hamas? Really?
No.
Really? So wait, hold on. They use them as human shields. They build tunnels under their houses.
That's not what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about the system Lavender that when they get home to their families, you bomb their families. You keep leaving that topic.
I don't understand. You are actually giving an excuse to Hamas. They're going to their families. If you're a terrorist and you know that you're going to be targeted, why are you going to your family? If I'm a terrorist and I know that I'm a target, do you think I would put my family in jeopardy?
You know that they're families. That's what I'm saying. You know that their children are at home.
I will never, ever do that. That's the thing.
You know that their children are at home. Their babies and their toddlers, their kids are at home.
And they can go for 2 years under the tunnels to fight.
They have the technology to strike these individuals without striking and killing their entire family or their bloodline.
And we've done that many times.
And you also, many times, targeted their families.
Great, targeted terrorists.
Targeted terrorists.
The fact that the families were there.
You know the system I'm referring to, and you know, not unfortunately,
this is a war.
That's the goal.
What do you think it is a war? Listen,
I think the goal of war is killing civilians.
We don't know, but the target of course not. It's not killing civilians. With all due respect, if a 14-year-old kid is on the list and he's listed as a kid, but he's a terrorist, he is a terrorist, and it's good that we eliminated him. Okay. That is my claim.
You made your point.
Now, these were two different moments in this debate where he's basically justifying the killing of children, and there are so many more moments like this. It's absolutely astounding to see the arrogance and the manner in which he speaks about basically murdering innocent children. This is unacceptable. This man came to America and basically confessed to a number of war crimes. It's one of the most disgusting, arrogant displays of barbarism. I don't even know how else to describe this. It's unsettling to witness somebody so flippantly talk about eliminating children in this manner and then blame the parents, blame everybody else except the people firing the missiles. It's unsettling to witness somebody so flippantly talk about eliminating children in this manner and then blame the parents, blame everybody else except the people firing the missiles. You know, there are other options. Instead of firing missiles, you could work the diplomatic route. Am I right? I've talked about this numerous times, but then they'll come up with 100 excuses for why violence is necessary and why they need the violence. And here's the thing. If you're really going to sit there and try to morally justify why Israel is allowed to kill children, then okay, that's your choice. It's your prerogative. If that's what you want to do, you're given the freedom by God to make that choice. But we're also given the freedom to not fund you. America doesn't have to keep funding Israel. Cut the bombs, cut the R&D, cut everything. Nothing more forever. You guys deal with it. Deal with your own wars. Deal with your own thing. I don't want my tax money going toward killing children and disgusting individuals like you who come to my soil to try to justify why children should be killed with my money and my bombs. Now, all that being said, the gentleman you saw at the end debating him in that two-shot, that's Pali Lebo, that's Adam. After the debate, Adam shared a clip of Yosef that we actually didn't cover in my last video covering this podcast. And Yosef says something absolutely insane to Adam. Here's what he said.
They're gonna actually make you. They're actually gonna kill you, my brother. Don't do it. Don't do that. They're gonna kill you.
Yeah, folks, this is the exact same Yosef who's currently trying to play the victim here in this video, talking about how they're going to kill this Palestinian refugee. Who exactly is they? Why? I don't know. You have to assume he's talking about his homies at the IDF at this point. It's just bizarre. This level of conflict. I just want to cut the funding. That's really what it comes down to. I don't want my tax dollars funding this blood war, this blood feud that is just never ending. In fact, I was just talking to my mom about this, and she told me a story about how when she was 9 years old, she was very young, she remembers seeing in the newspaper that another conflict had just broken out between Palestine and Israel. And that's the thing. Why the hell are we funding this? We have literally arrived at a point where former IDF soldiers, the literal agents of Israeli disinformation, are coming onto American soil and chastising Americans, demanding that we continue funding the bombing of children and entire families just because one of those people is a terrorist. Disgusting, to say the least. And now this guy is going around trying to pretend like he's the victim of anything. Absolutely not. Get the hell out of my country, dude. Anyway, folks, you tell me what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and share it with a friend if you think they'll enjoy it as well. Take care.